Okay, let's see if we can turn this one into a treat. This will be a tricky one colour-wise, just a little bit. Just hear a magpie calling. I'm not going to enlarge that, we're just going to leave it. Going to try and find a colour we're going to utilise. I don't know how this one's going to look. Okay, let's see what we have. We have here Harper's Bazaar, but I call it Harp On Baz. Harp On Baz. All these rich people's fashion and shit, models. People love this shit, this bloody shitty, crappy fashion. Fashion can be fun, but I'm not big on being on trend. I'm not big on being trendy or being keeping up with fashion. I'm not rich, so I'm not got that sort of money. I'd rather buy from op shops any day than buy stuff brand new. And that looks really quite interesting, actually. Not quite what I'm after. She looks like her face has disappeared, sort of. And in the blue colour has turned that horrible reddy look. I'm going to make that different. We're going to go we're going to go a different colour. Going to go plum for this, and maybe we're going to take out some of the red, or most of it, and see how we go. Something different. I think I've done something wrong. I might have done an error. No, I haven't. It's all right. I thought I made it too light for a change accidentally. Yeah, that's a lot nicer. The colour in that is a lot nicer, I do think. We'll do another one, even though that one looks like it's got, not promise, potential. Looks interesting colour-wise. Harp On Baz, I call it. A lot of people love this fashion shit. I don't know why people are so into fashion. I mean, fashion's exciting, I guess. I guess it's got an interesting side to it. But it's just too much, getting too pedantic about being trendy and on up to the minute when your clothing is still good enough to wear for like years. And yet people just, yeah, well, that's the good thing about op shops, is that you do get clothes that are really nice and they're often unworn. You even get ones with labels still attached to them. And you pay much less than if you go to a fucking department store and buy it brand new. Now that looks shit house. I do think this version is something I could work with. I do think. Going to do something with this. I'm going to reverse it back. So I do think I've got somebody who likes magazines, so I'm going to give that to her. And I'm probably going to enlarge that down a little bit. So this is what we're photocopying, folks, this one. So we're just going to enlarge a little bit. So on the horizontal we're going to make it 104, and on the vertical we're going to make it perhaps 110. See how we go with that. Yeah, that looks interesting. Does look a bit yucky, I do think. The colour looks yucky. I'm using what's known as the dot matrix original, which could be why it looks a bit yucky, that it's not working quite as well as I would like it to. I'm just going to move it across a little bit because I'm cutting her face off a little bit too much. So I haven't got much to play with, so I'm just going to make it ever such a slight overlap there, and just maybe enlarge it a bit more. I do think maybe we might take out the dot matrix, and we're going to also maybe enlarge a little bit more on the vertical. Yeah, that looks a bit more nice colour-wise. And there's her face there, and there's her face up there. I do wonder if maybe I could use a better colour than this. I don't like this plum looking colour. I don't know, folks. Looking at pink. Oh, I know what I have to do to make it look better, perhaps. Now that looks really quite nice. I do think maybe we're going to do what we normally do, and we're going to put the settings, the colour settings, like red, I think. Or maybe we could use this as our master copy to get a darker rendition of red, or pink, should I say. It's actually pink. That's what it says on the equipment. It says pink. So we're going to go here, and we're going to take out the enlargement. We're going to remove the negative, positive, and the pink and the other associated features. So we're going to just stick all these features back where they belong, in the middle. Maybe the copy density could go a bit lighter. Now I'm just going to take this away, and we're going to utilise this as our master copy. So this will be our master copy. Hopefully it'll turn out looking a real treat instead of ugly. And we're going to utilise the dot matrix original to give it a little bit of contour, what I call contour. I just accidentally pressed the button twice. I hit it too suddenly or clumsily. It's easy to be a little bit clumsy on the buttons. And that looks really quite interesting, actually. I do think the green looks a bit too green, if you know what I mean, folks. but it looks quite interesting anyway. We're going there. We're going to see what happens if we take it off the dot matrix. It might look better. It's worth an experiment, folks. That's the thing. It's good to be you got to try and experiment sometimes with new ideas and new settings to make it more interesting. So this is the one with the dot matrix, and this one is without it. I do think the dot matrix version looks a bit better, so I'm just going to put that aside, and we're just going to set it back to dot matrix, even though it looks like it only makes a minimal difference in this case, but it does make it look a bit darker, a bit heavier. Yeah, dot matrix. Now I've got to try and line these up, even though they're sort of curling up a bit. Tricky, folks. Oops, I've got to set the original size, I do think, perhaps. It's hard to tell sometimes, but yeah. Okay, out they come. These are our pieces to go and complement these other two. These are the mirrored images. So this model looks a bit strange in this image. That one there and this one here. Yeah, okay. That looks interesting. I think we can now call this demo quits.